Today, one thing. Just one small, stupid thing. You will make your bed. That was the promise I made to myself at 5:17 a.m. Staring at the ceiling in a messy room, the air stale with yesterday's failures. It felt ridiculous, like stating a sacred vow over something so trivial. But I did it. I pulled up the sheets, smoothed the duvet, and plumped a single pillow. 90 seconds. It wasn't perfect, but it was a small, ordered rectangle in the chaos of my life. A tiny crack in the wall of despair. Later that morning, at a diner, staring into a black coffee, the owner, Marla, asked me what was wrong. I mumbled. I made my bed. She stopped wiping the counter. Voluntarily, she asked. I told her it was a promise to myself. It felt stupid, I said, and then it felt done. One thing was done before the world had a chance to start. Marla poured me more coffee. First domino, she said. The first win of the day is on the house. That evening, after a disastrous job interview, I came home and kicked my shoes off in the middle of the floor. I started to walk away, then stopped. I looked back at the shoes. I looked at my closed bedroom door. I walked back, picked up the shoes, and placed them neatly by the entrance. I stood there for a moment, completely baffled by my own actions. A week later, I was back in the diner, but this time I had a notepad. At the top, it read CV. Draft 1. Marla brought over toast. Bed, she asked. Every day, I replied. Shoes by the door also. I watered that plant my sister gave me. It might live. Marla beamed. I didn't see it. I was focused on the notepad. The change wasn't a lightning strike. It was subtle. Making the bed, then washing one coffee mug right after using it, then sorting my mail into piles and dealing with one item. I started standing a little straighter. The room was no longer a shrine to despair. It was a work in progress. My sister Chloe noticed. You look less like a zombie extra, she joked. What's the secret? I made my bed, I said. She blinked. No, I explained. I just promised I would. One thing, and then. You make the bed. You don't want to get it messy, so you put your clothes on the chair. The chair gets full, so you hang one thing up. You hang one thing up. You see the floor needs vacuuming, so you do a corner. She looked at me thoughtfully. The Leo I knew built model ships, she said, meticulous, one tiny piece at a time. I'd forgotten that. Maybe you're just remembering, she said. A month later, I was at a networking event. I wasn't the life of the party, but I was engaged. I talked to people. Later, I pulled out my phone and in my notes app, I typed, did not run from conversation. Asked 2 questions. A small, real smile crept onto my face. 2 months after that first 5:17 a.m. promise, I walked into the diner before sunrise. I was dressed in clean clothes, holding a small portfolio. What's the occasion? Marla asked. I have a thing, I said. A freelance gig. A small logo design. My first in years. Marla put down her rag and just looked at me. The tiredness was still there, but it was backlit by something else. A quiet steadiness. The bed? She asked. I grinned. Every single day she told me the toast was on the house again. Why? I asked. Because the first win led to a second, she said, and I have a feeling that logo is just another domino. I'm investing in the chain reaction. I sat in my usual booth, looking out at the pre-dawn street. I didn't see bleakness anymore. I saw potential. A blank page. I pulled out my notepad and wrote at the top of a fresh page, promises to myself. Underneath, I wrote 1. Make the bed. It already looked historic. Foundational. Then I added a few more things. Finish the logo draft. Call my sister back. Maybe look at Jim's. Just look. A month ago, 1 thing felt impossible. Now, 4 felt manageable. You know, Marla, I said softly, I didn't change my life. I just made a bed. She nodded with a profound respect. No, Leo, you kept a promise. To yourself. That's the rarest, hardest kind. Everything else is just what happens after you prove you can trust yourself. I held my coffee, the warmth seeping into my hands, and watched the sunrise bleed orange over the city. I didn't see a finished man. I saw a man who, today, would keep a few small promises. And for the first time in a long time, that felt like everything. If you're feeling stuck, maybe don't try to change your whole life at once. Just start with one small promise. See what happens. Thanks for watching.